Stay in that bathroom. Don't you come out.
5.
Oh, jeez. Sorry. Some dude has monkeypox and then thinks we need to make it our problem. There we go. It's the bottom one.
You're on a path in the
Oh,
woods.
now I got turned
And at
on
the end
this
of that
stupid-
path is a cabin.
There we go. Yeah.
And in the
No, I
basement of
turned
that
it down because it
cabin
was so loud, and
is a
then I didn't realize I
princess.
turned it all the way down. Hello, happy Thursday. No, I'm back. Like I never left. No, I said I wanted ice water and some tea. Sure, you know those... I put the filters right by the Keurig. Hey, Gub. Use the K-Cup filters. They're messy to clean out. I have to clean out every day.
You're here to slay her.
There you go.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Never. You know, nothing is the end of the world except the end of the world.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
No.
She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What? Yeah.
I'm going into a cabin.
Do that.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Yeah, I got a
The
lot of
air
time.
is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine lead. The blade is your implement.
Oh,
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
that's right. I'll let her kill me.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess
Facing-
and save the world without it.
The back.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
Oppressive.
The air feels heavy. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you. It's all...
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Yeah, I think I'm here to kill you, lady.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Oh, fuck off.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yes.
Focus
That
on the
hussy?
task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
What? No way. Why would you think? Just here to talk. Yeah, that wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare.
How dare
It's
you?
fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Of course not. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I think it's funny because, like, didn't she say she hates small talk?
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone.
Why?
I like the world.
Gonna kill
I
me?
think.
That's-
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down
Scary.
here a long
Something
time.
that could possibly go the wrong way.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful.
Try me.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Thank you. You're the best.
Whoever sent
You're
you
my
to
favorite
slay
customer.
me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right
What?
to you either.
Customer.
Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Putting on the thing.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Slayer.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow. We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do?
I tried
Look
to slay
at
her.
you. completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a
she
little
always slays
disappointed.
me. I've only gotten one time where, like, I got her by surprise.
She applies more pressure, slowly
And that
squeezing
is,
what's
like,
left of your life out of your lungs.
Jacob! Dude.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is.
I mean, she basically stabbed me with her frickin' shoes.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Cool. That was quick. The tower.
Oh god.
What?
Tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
He's a
is a
princess.
princess.
Mm-hmm.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about
Nothing.
morals.
I'm
The
like,
fate
yeah,
of the
no.
world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
But it's so much more fun if we do that.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from.
Wait, how come I don't have, like, a third voice? Oh, here we go.
What does it matter what he knows?
Oh, here we
There's
go. Voice
nothing we can
broken.
do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
So this is the second time.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do it. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Man, my bro is broken. Ready? What are you doing?
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist.
I love how I went
Just
to be
being
love
realistic.
smitten to broken.
You're being annoying.
What?
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't
Freddy, what are you
pledge
doing?
yourself to her. I
Yeah,
can't
there.
stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
We're not handling her
Rescue
a
her.
silver
Given
on a
the stakes
silver
of the
platter.
situation, there
Not-
isn't
we're not
really a
handing her the
difference
world on a
between
silver
rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
No, everything's terrible.
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Oh, stop, pussy. That's mean.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would
Whoa.
suggest.
It's
The only
really nice
furniture of
this
note is a
time.
massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I wonder what route you'll take, though.
Why do we feel so small?
Mold. My bad.
We don't feel small. We
At
are
everybody.
small. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Hush those beans.
We should count ourselves lucky.
Hey, everybody.
Some things are better left unseen.
Photo of my wife. She's a lovely. Oh, her.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
Noodles. No noodle.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Haven't burned my
This is
incense in a while.
actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her
This
booming
looks
voice
nice.
rolls up the
Nicer
stairs.
than the last ones.
Is that a guest I hear?
Oh, God.
Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
How many monsters is she?
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed.
Oh well.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be
Not
worried about
The
your sudden
broken,
change in
he's a
attitude?
pussy.
Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Puss.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Oh
The
god.
princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
It's not entirely pointless.
The little bird has returned to me. I
Aye.
wonder what he wants.
Let's maybe put some underwear on.
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
Yep. We're just gonna hang out here.
And
Nothing
more
but
than
us.
a little disappointing.
Chickens.
She's
I wonder
disappointed
what you're
in
gonna
us.
do next, sweetie.
Kneel.
What?
You defy her, or
On her command, you fall to the floor,
Ow.
knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
I mean, she's clearly stronger than me. I mean, she pretty much can do whatever she wants.
That's my good little bird.
Oh, you're gonna be that kind of
No.
I'm not gonna try
Why
to
don't we
defy
talk?
her.
Oh, stop.
I defied her. It
That's
was horrible.
Fine. You defy yourself.
No, I defied her. It turned
The
out
last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Oh, you see what you done did.
I gone did it.
It's time for me to
Don
seize
did
my
it.
destiny.
Gone,
And you
gone,
It was all
gone,
floating and shit.
will help me seize it.
Then do it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her?
Snoring with the dog.
Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
What have I done?
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Mean.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
No.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
Ow. Prefer the one where we literally just sat there and waited for like many centuries.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
God damn it. Good, I hate him.
Rise, my little bird.
Yes, ma'am.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
Yes, queen.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
What you gonna do, babe? What you gonna do? Gonna break your
The
chains.
chains shatter,
Yep.
and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
Great.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Okay. Your obedient service. Pledge your loyalty to your better. I mean, kinda did. I'm scared.
Oh wow, you didn't even get a second part.
Or will you ever? It's time to leave. A memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
You didn't even get a second part, sweetie.
Second part of what?
Why now?
Get a second.
This is part 2.
Yeah,
I've never gotten a third.
you ever got to the third part?
No.
Oh wow.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. I don't want to look at us.
Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone. Once again, the mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh! You're withered. Oh dear. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. I made her mad. I feel like I made her mad.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold.
That's weird.
To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me? It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Water now.
Who are you talking to, Freddy or me?
This one is Dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
True.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
But how do we end our work?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Thank you, ma'am.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
You can enjoy visual novel games about the princess.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Princess, or getting choked. Back corner alleyway behind a 7-Eleven.
Everything goes dark and you die.
Anything can happen, guys. Come on.
Dominant vessel, bring the tower to her.
I'm not wearing this
You're
gimp
on
suit
a
for no
path
reason.
in the woods,
In my wife's life.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Hey,
If you
Jacob, this
don't-
keeps shaking.
It will be the end of the world.
No, it's not. Okay, never mind. Oh, wait, I was going to turn around
You
and
make
leave.
your way up the short path. A warning.
Yes, we know,
She
she
will
lies,
lie.
cheats.
We're not going to go through with this. Ignore him.
I was going to actually turn around and leave. Oops. Press the wrong button.
What are you going to choose this time?
The
I wonder?
interior of the cabin is almost
What are you
entirely
going to choose
bare.
this time? I wonder,
The
babe?
air is stale. The blade is your implement.
Chew. Which one?
Not a dick.
You take the blade?
No.
The door to the basement creaks
Oh my
open,
gosh.
revealing her voice soft.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you.
Yes,
It's
we
all-
know. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous?
I don't think I've ever done that.
Before it finally sinks in.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
That's just the kind of guy I am.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am
Really,
begging
guys
you to
wanna
stay
watch
focused.
my
There's a
life?
lot riding on
Begging you to stay focused.
Watch my wife.
Don't wait in the
I
car.
can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
How long's forever been?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Shit, no I didn't, lady.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the
Are
end.
we one step closer to the end?
You're only making this more difficult.
Shut up, narrator.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Shut up.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, ma'am.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
What?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
I don't know.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
That's true.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete
Oh,
nonchalance.
I forgot. She like cuts her hand off.
If we were stuck down here long
Yeah.
enough, I'm sure
I
we'd
don't
be
really wanna
nonchalant
see her
about
cut her
cutting our
hand
way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Ask for it.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear that. Is someone else here?
Narrator gonna do it through this. Where's my wife?
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Fair question.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I do nothing.
I heard the door slam.
Why does it look like
They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Oh. That better?
There's a slight
Yes,
panic rising in the
they
princess's voice.
Found me.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
You don't know that. Oh god, she
barely
ate her arm
hesitates
again.
Before raising her arm to her mouth, her
No!
teeth tearing through her
Ah, I
limb
can
with
see
a
her
determination
bone.
as she rips her flesh from
bone.
her bone. A sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Slay, queen.
What you gonna do?
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Hey, the princess.
Fine.
I love the narrator when he do shit he doesn't like. Ugh.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is
Ah!
sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Ew. That's so
Her limb
creepy.
falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Kill her! Kill her! She's a demon!
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you.
The boots do.
Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape.
I? Who's I?
As the princess
shit.
approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't
Stab
just
her
do
in the back.
Maybe.
that. Watch
Don't
me.
do it.
Why?
Stab her in the back.
What are you doing?
Why?
Oh,
What,
shit.
what happened?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Warn her.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
You were still able to murder?
Yes.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
But I don't want to.
Cannot resist. It doesn't let you. Oh no.
Thank you.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there?
Correct.
A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
I couldn't help you.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used.
Ah!
through
What
her
is she, a
arm.
vampire? Got them anime eyes. Ah!
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
Ouch.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat,
Oh,
then
dear.
her teeth
Don't be
somehow
mad.
sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
Actually don't know what she's gonna turn into.
Ah!
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right?
Yes.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch.
Oh man, the witch? I never got the witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're
Oh my
here
god,
to
if they
slay
keep
her.
repeating this, I'm gonna scream.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals.
with you now?
The fate of the world is at risk
don't
right
know.
now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards
Opportunistic.
close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Maybe the old brain.
A warning before you go any further.
Yes, we know, cow.
She will lie, she will cheat, don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
What? Don't you be making promises. Whoa!
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots.
I know, I'm
The
scared.
walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that,
Did you ever
almost
get
as
this
if by
one,
accident,
Jacob?
just happens to
Shit.
resemble a room.
Never got the witch.
The floor is damp and earthy, and the only
Interesting
furniture of
both.
note is a slab of mud
Right,
in the
what-
shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Sexy.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Freddy, what are you doing?
So you gonna... Go.
I approach the mirror. I always approach it.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
You know what this
It's
is
a
like?
mirror. Or at least
really
it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer
Goofily
of grass.
reminds me of a little bit the letter. I think because
Reach
like
forward and
all the
rub your hand
stupid
against the
choices
cabin.
and like
I
you
hope
know,
you know
some
how
of the
ridiculous
dialogue's
you
kind of
look
stupid
right now.
too.
So you gonna take a knife this time, or you gonna leave it? I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
I would go into the basement.
I'm thinking about that too, considering I didn't take the knife the last time.
Yeah. Just trying to save it.
But the opportunist is not going to be happy about that.
No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
No, we don't. The opportunist is stupid.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper.
Yeah.
It's thick
Doing her a
and wet,
favour.
as if your lungs are being coated in mud
Yeah.
with each intake of breath.
Ew.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Baby. Don't you eat my food again. I put it far enough away from you.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Skitters?
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
You're gonna make me cookies. I'm not nasty,
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
you bitch!
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path.
You bitch!
I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
Uh-huh.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out
Why
of this
does
whole
the
situation.
opportunist remind me of a star end?
You can't.
That's
Unless
like
you
something
slay her
you'd
right
say.
away, she's going to break free
You
and
talk
end
her way
the
out
world.
to this?
There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Fine, fine. You're the boss.
I have 3 people watching. Hello. Oh god!
You.
She have
End
claws?
the basement steps,
Damn.
entering the
Oh,
dark
God.
room below.
Lady, I swear I didn't mean to do this.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
I didn't do nothing. That wasn't
There
me.
you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
As we do.
Oh no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if
Do you
you've been
think
here
he's
before,
like
and I don't
literally
care
just
if you think
talking
you'll go
to
somewhere else
3
after
people in his
this.
head?
My world
And
is
he's
on
just
the line
standing there,
right now. So I'd appreciate it if you would
and
take
like
this
he's not like she
seriously
can't
and
hear it at all.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe
That would
we
be
can
really
find
funny.
a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
I'm trying to be nice here.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right
That's
foot.
not the point.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Sorry.
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
You're gonna slit my throat. Look, I know things got messy the last time.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right.
I don't like the narrator. I don't know why.
Team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Stop it. She wants to be Trixie's.
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
What, bitch?
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Butt whore.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back.
Yeah, so just wait until we're outside.
I think that
then
depends
do
on
it.
your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
Oh, whatever.
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Hide a star in. Why is a sock there? Leave her in the basement.
Don't do that.
No.
That's terrible.
I know it is.
Of course. They're nothing to me.
Then why are you still locked
Seth
up?
grins as the chains
she
fall
just looked
from
right
her
out of it.
wrist.
Yeah, bitch. You don't even
She
need
could
me.
have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Then why was she hanging out down in this little
Why
hovel?
she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
No.
Yes. Let's.
But you're gonna kill me, aren't you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
You know what she
never
reminds me
breaks eye
of?
contact,
What was
even
it?
as
That
the two of you
Scooby-Doo
find
movie,
yourselves face to
like the
face.
animated movie where they're on like in Louisiana, isn't it? And those people
Oh,
like
the
turn
cat-
it.
they turn
Yeah,
the cat people.
yeah, that's what this reminds me of. Can't
She's
remember what
silent
that.
for a long moment,
Not
as
Scott
if testing
Island
to
or
see what
something.
you'll
I
do
don't know.
now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one that lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
You're gonna kill me, aren't
Oh
you?
no, we can't have that. If
Ladies
anyone
first.
is going to turn their back on anyone else,
Ladies
she's going to turn
first.
her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
Fair enough.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her
It
trust.
wasn't
last
me. It was the narrator.
time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone
I
who,
didn't do
by her
nothing.
definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out. But if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
If I listen to you, I'm gonna keep regretting things. You first.
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known. And I've learned better by now.
Fine.
Just go first.
Fine.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
Why is her crown made out of thorns?
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the
See,
stairs
I would, like,
and begin
go
your
up the
ascent from
stairs, like,
basement. The
with my
princess
back
follows
to the
close
side.
on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
Fair enough.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right.
You
This is
don't
for
know
you.
that.
Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter
Yeah, that's
idea.
yeah.
She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
But she can still attack you.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Slash.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you?
Hi, Freddy. I love you, Freddy.
Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something deep, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down
bitch!
with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor.
A bitch!
You feel something.
Ew.
The princess
Stab
lands
me.
against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
Did we break your arm?
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm
You
afraid
idiot.
your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That
Paralyzed
sucks.
you?
I
Yeah.
don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done
You son of a bitch.
if you considered not being like that.
Yeah, have you?
Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Well, apparently not.
And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done. Maybe you were, and maybe you weren't. But even more than I wanted my freedom, I really, really wanted to hurt you. And you know as well as I that by our very natures, only one of us could make it up those stairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with her. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh,
I mean, that's
you're
true,
right,
actually.
aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Yes.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get
Wow.
up.
Her body twitches.
Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Oops.
Something
What,
inside
did she
me
break
is
her back too?
broken.
Yeah.
Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
Did you both fall down the stairs?
Yeah, we both fell down.
Oh my God.
We
She
both.
got-
Eyes you with
Has she
intensity.
attacked you?
Yeah.
Silence falling between you for a
dumbass.
long moment as her gaze
Dumb
travels
bitch.
up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Yep.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
There you go.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
It's a lovely skeleton I'll
Is that
leave
really what's going to happen?
behind.
Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
Nothing. Doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Oops.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Take that bitch.
Oh, he took it?
Yep.
Oh man, I was hoping for the third act for that.
How do you even get a third act and turn off that goddamn light out there?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Sorry, I killed us both.
What's that number again? Why is it here? Why now?
What a bitch. Ah.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him. Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. Finally, we're going places.
Finally, something's happening. Am I a bad person? I don't know. The remains, you're unraveled. You're unraveled? What does that even mean? I'm unraveled? You find yourself in the long quiet once again.
You unraveled.
I don't know.
Why are you so unraveled?
You're at the cabin. You don't have 3 heads yet.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
God.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Bastard,
No.
you made.
What?
You made a bitch with.
I don't know.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last. We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist. No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Maybe?
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours. This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart.
Righteous, weathered heart.
Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
How hard is it?
The dumb witch. Alright.
One. Whatever
One?
you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
4 viewers.
If I did, I would already be awake. These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn. The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay. Everything goes dark, and you die. The untrusting vessel bring the witch to her.
You're on a path in the woods,
Oh my god.
and you're here to slay her. Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Uh-huh.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going? I guess we will. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with it. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Part of me just wants to speed through this, just to, but I don't really know what to choose anymore.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
We killed her the first time
air is
around, didn't
stale
we?
and musty.
Yeah,
and
I
the
did. I
floor and
killed her.
walls are painted in a fine
Since I was
layer
a
of
dick.
dust. The only furniture of
Next time,
note
don't take the
is a
knife
plain
again, see what
wooden table.
happens.
Why?
Perched on that
I think you're
table is a
exhausting your
pristine
resources for
blade.
not taking the knife. It's weird.
So should I take the knife? I feel like I have to.
Oh, like,
Hmm? What?
The blade is your implement. You take the
Yeah.
blade from the table. It'd be
Oh,
rather
shit.
difficult to
Oh,
slay
shit.
the
Oh, shit.
princess and save the world without it.
I had chocolate on my finger. I didn't even realize it. I have to wash down this after we get done. No, just the A button. What? Oh, I know why. Because there's chocolate on the spoon that I did not notice. Things covered in chocolate. Oh my god, this is like so
The door to
sticky.
the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
In a
The
sec.
air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
ready.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Nobody but us chickens?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Is it as weird as her voice change every time we go down there?
What do you think? Oh,
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
I'm good right here.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
wrinkle your feet.
Wrinkle my fingers. What a weird thing to say.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yes, she is.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I mean, technically.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Really? Yeah, it was her plant saying. Was it?
No, their plant was
Okay, fine. So why did the king name his son after a planet? Type my grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
I love how like he claimed to be a Super Saiyan because he had leveled up so much, but then like he doesn't turn into one until like the Android Saga. Also, out of the Frieza Saga, the one thing, and I don't even know why
You're talking about Sam.
this was enjoyable.
You're supposed to be like slaying the princess.
Yeah.
Why are you tightening your grip, babe?
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
What you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do, babe? Here comes Valerie, trying to save the princess, or she'll murder her.
All I ever wanted, all I ever needed, in my arms.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
So much sugar today, no wonder I've been sick.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a
No,
reason,
stop.
right?
What are you doing?
And if that knife is the only
What are you
weapon
doing
you
with that
have,
blanket?
you'll have to get close enough
Help!
to use it.
Help! Help!
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding
Yeah,
out what I
fine,
can
whatever,
do.
lady. And drop it.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
But she's gonna kill
End
me!
this. You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far.
No.
No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
Hey, Brady. Don't forget, you're getting a haircut in 2 weeks.
Can't do that.
Slay this bitch!
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Kill her!
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to
Oh, she
sidestep
like,
your
kicks my
thrust
ass
and
again?
deliver a
Come on.
catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer.
Damn.
You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
The bitch!
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Give up. Finish the job. Finish it off.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here, either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly,
don't have a
it's
duty
miracle
for
you are still
anything.
standing right now.
You're just standing there being an asshole.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Fair enough.
The two
Oh,
of you
shit!
crash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow,
I
but you
stabbed
push through
her.
the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep
As
into
a
the
bad
princess's
person.
heart.
You are bad.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
I mean, at least we both died.
This was fun.
The princess gasps.
I'm tired of being nice.
Her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill
Oh
with
no.
blood.
Save this for fun.
Yes.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder,
Oh, jeez.
do you really think this is the end?
No.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And you die. The adversary? Adversary? Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
You're to get the
it
voice
will
of
be
the
the end
stubborn.
of the world. A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be... That's fine.
Voice of the
It
stubborn.
doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that
Oh,
cabin
hello, welcome to
and
stream.
winning.
Winning!
That's the
Winning!
spirit. There's no point in squabbling.
Okay,
when
Charlie
real
Sheen.
threat is just up that hill.
I want to just turn around and leave, but I'm so close.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah.
She will lie,
The
she will cheat, and she will do
party!
everything
Sorry.
in her lying.
I couldn't
Cheating
resist.
doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Fair enough.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of
Then
lying
why bring it
in.
up, you dick?
It was to give you some broadly applicable
God,
advice.
I swear, the narrator causes more problems
The
than
princess will
whoever
probably
else
say
we're talking
whatever
to.
she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Nope.
Crystal. Let's
I
just
wanna
get
kill
on
her.
with it already.
Let's just sit here and sip tea. Talk about our days and eat crumpets.
Too bad. You're gonna kill her.
Oh
The
god.
cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying
Why'd I
to
do
forcefully
what?
direct you towards your destination.
Why'd I do what?
The only furniture of note is a
'Cause
black
I
iron
keep trying to be
altar
nice and
with a
she's just
pristine blade perched
nasty
on
to
its
me.
edge.
So I'm gonna kill her.
The blade is your implement.
I don't know.
You'll need it if you want to do.
I kind of just want to enter the basement.
Walk
I
up to
can't
the
get
wall
over
next to the
it.
basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
No. Oh. You
What are
really
you
mean
talking
that?
about? This isn't a wall.
You got the,
It's
this
a
is
mirror.
This is the fighting principle.
Or at least it'll be a mirror once we
Fair
wipe
enough.
off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago.
Oh, Freddy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sorry, I gotta play with the dog real quick. My baby Freddy, his little afro. Freddy Afro. Freddy Afro. What are you using? Oh, this is that your walking stick?
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Fine. Ugh, fine.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess
What?
and save the world without a weapon.
With what? Ow, my ear. My ear hurts. Stupid headphones.
The door to the basement
I
creaks
know, but they
open,
hurt my-
revealing a rough
they
stone
hurt
staircase.
my
Its
ears.
walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive,
Princess lives here. That'd
with
be
an
doing her a
almost
favor.
sulfuric
So, like, basically, it
odor to it.
smells like her farts.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be
Sulfuric
doing
odor
her a
to it.
favor. fierce voice carries up the stairs.
You know I'm back, like I never left.
It's just working out. Down
Is
there all
that
the time.
another challenger? Finally. It's
Finally.
ages since I've had a good fight.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
This isn't what she sounded like
Alright,
last time.
I guess I make her sound
Her
like
voice is a
Madam.
little deeper,
Finally!
threatening.
Finally. Take it.
Finally a challenger!
Oh,
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Shut the fuck up. Okay.
As much as I
Whatever,
appreciate
Charlie
the
Sheen.
enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Oh, but fighting's so much fun. Oh
You
god.
descend the
Oh
first
god,
step.
she's a devil.
The
She's a
form
devil.
of the princess comes
She's a
into
demon.
view.
Look at those little
Large
hooves.
shackle leading from her wrist to the
Hooves
basement
and
wall.
yeah, and a tail.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
It's fine. This is just... I'm surprised Hobbs isn't
Oh,
on.
it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find
He's
your
the
way
one that,
back
like,
here.
wanted me to
Good
finish
to see
this.
that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
I know it sounds like when she's, like, creepy, that she really isn't wearing underwear.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
I'm gonna kill you. Or are we oh, never mind.
You look exactly the same.
Bitch, I'll kill you.
Alright, fine. I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And
Yes, it
beyond
is.
that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
That's a huge not my problem.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay! As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line.
Your
None of us have
world,
the luxury of
not
jumping
mine.
over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Oh, shut up.
I know. You and the princess have been talking about it. You don't have to be so snarky.
I find it really interesting that, like, there are ads constantly going through, like, the live stream I have posted.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Bitch.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Forever. And ever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And ever. So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
But it's funny. I don't want to turn around, but I know she'll get mad. Let's go, bitch!
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
Yes, I'm so foreboding.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red
Seriously,
blood.
why are there so many ads on this? This is weird. On my
She's unfazed by your
video, but
onslaught.
whatever.
Her expression barely changes
Yeah,
as her
there's
fist
amount of ads, like, I
collides with
swear,
your
like, every
ribs,
30 seconds there's
cracking
another
them like
ad.
twigs and driving you right back
But it
down
also
to the basement floor.
gets us money.
You can hear her chains snap
Yep.
as you struggle to recover from the impact.
Of course not.
Did she enjoy it?
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Guess we didn't last that long.
You don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
What?
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
Okay.
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head.
So you gonna do it?
Reincarnation or
Kill
not,
her?
this world needs you to
You're gonna be
win.
like, ooh yeah, what you man, Randy Savage looking for some action tonight.
She's huge, but
Oh,
that probably
Randy!
means she's slower than us. Take it slow. Take it through. Don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something
Hi,
that they
Freddy,
don't.
Bo Betty.
The only way
My
to win,
little Freddy
the only
Betty.
way out of this is through.
Hi, Freddy. I love you. Love you, baby boy. What? I don't get it. I give you those little, like, Crispies from my egg drop soup.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the
I'm gonna
princess.
bait
trying
her
to
and
bait
then
an
try to,
opening.
like, attack. I think
Do
she
your best
wants a
without
good
pleasure,
fight,
slashing
not
out
necessarily,
the
like, to die. You know what I mean? I think she wants this battle to last.
For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
She looks so uncertain.
She's throwing us around like a rag doll. I think overpowering
Ouch.
her is a little out of the question.
Owie!
Should have stabbed for the heart.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
You bitch! Just, like, ram it again.
His arm shoots forward.
her eye.
She made her
Palm
sad.
wrapping around your head.
You should have went
Fingers
for the
gripping
heart,
your skull.
babe.
I thought she wanted, like, a fight.
Disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of everything goes dark, and you die.
What? Chapter 3? Eye of the Needle. I told you I had to, like, beat it, like, 9 times.
On a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Hunter.
Fear is good. Fear
hunted.
keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive.
What?
Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be?
Yeah.
If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for
Anyway,
everyone. Yourself
Don't forget you owe
included.
me that money, remember?
Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying
Nice
if you'd
soap.
already been
Love
here.
soap.
And if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen.
I want some Dove soap. Dove soap,
Doesn't matter.
that's the thing. It's
Could
not,
go in circles forever. I don't like staying
it's
still for
not
too
just
long.
any soap. I want
Let's
bar
get to the
soap.
cabin. See this through.
Bar Dove soap.
It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason.
What? How dare
We may
you?
have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other. And I don't trust you.
Good job.
Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider
What
that.
do you mean? There's like nothing but rock around.
There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here.
No, we're not. God, you dummies.
Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method
Seriously,
is
like,
equally
there's like
important to
more
the act.
ads.
You can't let her leave the cabin.
It's really strange. Maybe it's like just gives me ads, a lot of ads because I like don't have a lot of viewers.
It's like I said.
It's like we're gonna make money off you.
I trust
know.
instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
What are you doing? You're touching out the mouse. What fire?
It isn't
Oh,
long
geez.
before you find yourself at the end of the path.
This is not the
staring
woods.
up the hill at the cabin. Have you given serious thought to your predicament? No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
Why me?
I don't know. Screaming
Why
sounds
me?
pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is when we finish. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase. The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building.
He said we need
Its stone walls
room to
squeeze
fight.
against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this.
Freddy!
Hey!
No! No! Bad doggy! Damn it.
See? We have even
can't
less
kill him.
space than before.
The baby.
We need space
No,
or
we
she'll
don't have to
kill
murder
us.
him. But
The
murder
only
him.
space is out there.
No, don't kill him. He's a baby. We need space or she'll kill us. The only space is out there.
Take it. Maybe it'll go away again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. Let me assure you, there's no
Okay.
mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement.
Cool.
No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter. I agree with the freak. Ready.
I agree with the
Worst
freak.
comes to worst, we can smash it. We can try to survive without our steel claw, but you've marked us as easy prey.
Shit.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you. This really is just like last time. It smells of nothing, yet it's still there. You reach
Okay,
forward
I'll
and
be there
drag
in a
your
little
hand
bit.
across the door
I'm
leading
tired.
to the basement. As if on
And nobody's
command,
really
it
watching,
slowly
so-
slides open.
If you are,
scraping
welcome to the
against the
stream.
floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort.
No.
The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber.
I was gonna
below.
say, yeah, no, there's no way you can climb down. You'd probably just
Do
fall.
you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Go to her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Okie dokie.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her.
Ah!
You turn to face what lies at the end
Like
of
a
the
lizard.
tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face droops.
There you are. But this time you don't even have that little knife. Do you think this is a joke?
Yes, I'm laughing. Haha.
Do you need me to break those fragile bones again to remind you how serious this is?
She's bubbling, hot with rage. We can't get close if we want to live. But we'll be able to draw her out of here. She's hungry for us. I know I said this earlier, but I really have to stress how thin of a razor's edge you're on right now. We know. The only way out is through the eye of the needle. And we're going to win. We'll need the steel claw. Grab it as we leave. Blazing desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge
Oh
towards the
god.
tunnel
Is this
entrance.
like a thingy? It's... You know what I mean when you have to like press buttons and things like that.
As you
Bitch,
near
get off me!
hands desperately clawing at jagged stone.
Nope, you don't
glance
look down.
back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock
at
of
her
the cliff
titties?
face with her fingertips. In her
Oh, don't
rapid
look at her
pursuit.
titties. I'm like, well, they're kind of there.
Distracted.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
In her titties.
Mr. Boss.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
Steel claw, now. Without missing a step, you grab the blade from the altar.
So you do want to fight me? Good.
Going outside, bitch.
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the
See, I
cabin
thought
door.
not talking to her would make her
Roll onto the
the
grass.
most angry. Ah!
You glance back at the cabin as the princess,
Like one of the
singular in
only
her
times
desire
she
to destroy you,
freaking gets out of that
explodes through the door.
Yeah, without like everything ending
You are
immediately.
walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me! Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head!
Okay.
Do it.
Do what?
Be swift. Strike true. Be where she's not. Let your body move you. You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
Slit her Achilles tendon.
Charging me head on? Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left, now! As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the
Hey,
left.
listen
She
to the
overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts
hunted.
unexpectedly.
I thought you said haunted. I'm like, what?
Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns
Ouch.
to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh.
Ouch.
It's nothing. A scratch.
Correct.
Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually actually gonna pull this off, aren't we?
Maybe.
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until
I'm
it's
scared.
over.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh boy.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
Uh-huh.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady.
Uh-huh.
More! Keep going, we can't stop now!
Oh, that leg gash looks pretty bad. Whoa! Oh!
But this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground.
Oh boy.
Nothing. These blows are nothing to us.
Fair enough.
But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
Maybe.
Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Oh dear. Who did we gift now? Lure an enemy to an adventurous terrain. Adventurous terrain.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
No.
Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's okay.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. That thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Dude, we already killed her. Why the bad guy? Always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. It's still scary looking. You are nothing at all. What? But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see it. A figure, faint and veiled out in shadow just beyond the reflection. I'm a crow? What do you mean?
I think you know what I am.
Oh. Ah! What? Oh god, it's got eyes.
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
Don't talk to me.
I am an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically. We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save. The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
A lot?
I am not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is? Of course, that is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore. Nobody alive has done anything to you. Only God. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty,
This is weird.
there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Am I supposed to, like, keep some of them alive?
Nah. Only get somebody. Like you're down to 50.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
That's not fair.
I do.
Nothing.
The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Run out of questions.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Good day. All of this is you. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. A tunneling vessel, bring the eye of the needle to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh god. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna die.
What did you do?
I didn't do nothing! Oh, here you are.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Yes, ma'am.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
What'd you think?
Kinda, yeah, but not like clearly naked. I mean, you've missed me.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I mean, he died in the end, so I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, He gave you a choice and me a role to play.
Me
I
too.
am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I do not think it is right that somebody wants to force... I don't see the point in living forever because I don't know if I'd really accomplish anything if that were the truth. Did it even matter what roads?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
What?
Crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You run, but you do not run away. You take me somewhere new, somewhere we can dance like we used to. But I could not follow your steps.
What?
There was no better gift for me than the gift of defeat. You showed me how much more I could be. We made each other better. To have no challenges to fade into nothing. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
This is true.
Have you? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
Bitch.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves.
I mean, I was gonna let her go.
It's not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time.
The
The
witch.
change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
I like this. There.
Time you spent away from me is still time spent in reference to me. Even then, both of us are more than our bodies.
The fuck is this? This is really weird.
Am I not in the cabin? Am I not in you? You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark.
Bitch, how dare you?
When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument testament of my new
I forgot.
creation. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
I wouldn't be here if destroying you would leave all of reality a colorless blur.
You place far too much trust into the ravings of a fearful and ignorant soul who overstepped his bounds.
I mean, yeah, true. Kind of an idiot.
Your little ray takes the stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
You die trying to make things much better than a god who let the wheel of suffering turn forever.
Intent is nothing. Wisdom is everything. I turned the wheel because suffering is a falsehood, a delusion. It is up to the world to free itself of it.
Wait, I'm confused.
Would you plunge yourself into a cold and empty eternity on faith alone? Would you destroy the only other thing like you to save a world you've never seen?
I don't know.
Another thing is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck.
That's true.
Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite.
We're using a lot of big words.
And move ever to suffer in the dark.
I don't know what the right thing is to do.
And if I need to spend all of eternity to stop you, then I will gladly do so.
Fairly rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
What?
There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Who's gonna leave with her? I mean, yeah, it's kind of bad. Yeah.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do that alone.
What?
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
Okay. This just keeps getting weirder and weirder. What is this
She's
game?
relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go.
What the fuck? What's happening? What? What is happening?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Yeah, for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Why are there a bunch of women outside?
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade. That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Yes, sir.
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her. Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he? The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here?
Yes.
The first time we heard her voice?
Yes.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
Shut
It
your whore
sounded
mouth.
just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Who is this person?
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
I want to be nice.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
No.
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know, but odds are we've probably done it before.
I don't know what the right thing to do is.
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them. And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever. That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
I'm not gonna slay her. The other way.
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back. Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you.
Damn, he's savage.
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
I don't know. Hello! Honestly, I wouldn't do it. If the world required one person to die for it to survive, then it's not a world I would want to save. I kill her, that's the thing. I don't want to kill her, but I don't want to keep repeating this either. You know what I mean?
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you. Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Wait, we kill her. Fine, we'll agree.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Honestly, this game is a great twisted love story. Yeah, it is. It's just...
Oh, I love you too.
Oh, she loves me. Oh my...
You're on a path.
Oh my god, this is... Come
And at the
on,
end of that
fucking
path
this point.
is a cabin. And in the basement of that, you're here to slay her.
You know what? I'm gonna do what I wanted to do this whole time. Yeah, it is Jonathan! I mean, oh, I was right! I was right! It's the dude from the Magnus archives! I'm not crazy! I was right! I was right! I know my podcast, people! I knew it was Jonathan! Yes! I rule! Oh, get manly badass hero, Gab Smalls. Oh, sweet! Okay, that was weird. Okay. Alright, I was right. You are crazy. Yes, I know. I know. If I had to choose between the one I loved and the world, I would get 2 chairs and watch the world end together. The irony is the game does have a happy ending. Yeah, that's true. I mean, honestly, this is a wild game. I kind of want to play it where I'm nice the whole way through. And then I want to play it where, like, I'm just a dick the whole time. Oh, I'm gonna kill you. Walk down that basement, I'll kill you every time. Woohoo! Like, 10 years later. Ah! Oh yeah. I've been a Teacher of the Year for my school. I've been Teacher of the Year for my district. I've received multiple other awards and grants. Despite all this, becoming teacher is the biggest regret of my life. I don't blame you. I don't think I could do it. Little shits. Little shits. It'd be crazy if they end up doing this with Salem in RWBI. If it's not over already. No, I'm gonna humor. I'll humor it. Okay, I'm gonna humor myself for a bit.
You're on a path
Yes,
in the you're here
Jonathan.
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees,
Nightmare
and
Before
perhaps
Christmas
most
Lego set is
problematically of
coming
all,
out September
more
6th.
people.
Oh, baby.
You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
No, I do what I want. Do I have any evidence to back
You're
this
already
up?
on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
Is it?
You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Fine.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Can't somebody else? Let's do
That was
this.
the case,
That's always
but
mine.
I don't make the rules.
You don't know that. But what if the end of the world is not the end, but the start of a glorious rebirth that could lead to something better? Yeah, exactly. I
have to
think
say,
I
I'm
answered the
surprised
wrong
you're
thing
reluctant
initially,
thus
and then
far.
like all of
But
my
unfortunately for the both of us,
all
you're
of
the
the
only
like
one who can pull this
creatures
off.
came at me, and I didn't have the chance to like talk to her again. But like, I'm fine with us starting over again. I guess that's what it was. I would have been okay with that because I don't think the crow is in the right to
Like I said,
basically
I don't make the
act
rules,
like
no matter how much I wish I did.
this was okay. Like, you can't change certain things in nature, and unfortunately, death and suffering is part of it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying, one way or the other. It simply is the natural order of things. It is what it is. Fuck royalty. Of course, fuck royalty. I get a
Yes,
reward?
but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Whee! Do I get a candy bar for it? Yeah, I'm like,
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the
Your
more
web
you
of
listen to her
lies.
honeyed words,
Lies.
the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Told you to wait in the car.
sorry, that's always like my favorite line from Siren.
Then each and
We
every
played
one
it
of
a couple
us
times
is
over last
doomed.
summer. God, it's the most infuriating game. But the funniest parts are the dubbing. Professor,
So sure,
I'm
go,
scared.
talk to her.
Told you to
So
wait
you
in
have
the
that
car.
contact for all of us.
I think the dubbing for that is up there along with Scratches. That's like one of my other favorite voice acting.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Jerry.
You'll find the princess.
Yes,
within.
Michael.
I can't find. All the lights went off.
We'll go find the breaker box using the basement.
Fine, you go look, nothing there. They call Jerry again.
Jerry, the breaker box doesn't work.
Oh, well, I guess, like, go find some candles. Can't find it.
Jerry!
Let me guess. Michael. I can't find any matches! Shh. Shut the fuck up, you pussy, go
We're
to
not gonna
bed!
go through with this, right?
That's pretty much
She's
your
a
first day there.
princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Love it. Says the narrator who could be lying to me, us as well. Exactly.
Ignore him. He doesn't know
Like-
what he's talking about.
Even like from the beginning, I didn't trust the narrator because like whenever somebody has their own agenda, whether good or bad,
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and
I don't know, I
walls
just
are
don't trust
painted
people.
in a fine layer of dust. The only further blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
this goes better if I don't take it. I know she's gonna chew her damn arm off.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen. Her voice soft.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is hypnotizing.
Shut up.
Don't let it fool you.
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
I don't know, like
Wait,
it really didn't
really?
work the last
You're
time.
here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Yes, ma'am.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I would tell the narrator if the princess has to die, they're next for making us do this. Yeah, I think that's fair. I just don't. Here's the thing. I didn't
You
trust
walk
the
down the
narrator, and I
stairs
don't
and
trust
lock eyes
the
with
princess
the
either.
princess.
You know what I mean?
There's a heavy chain around
Again,
her.
everyone has
She's
their own
beautiful.
agenda, and I feel like I'm like stuck in
How could
the
someone like
middle of
be a
this.
threat? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a
Begging
lot
you.
riding on you here.
No, it's not.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Okay. Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Princess. Yeah, I'm curious.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
Shut up,
That's
Jonathan.
hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
Rats.
She has to eat, right?
They're drinking the blood of the rats and eating them.
princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
That's not true. He loves
Are you
me.
looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
You dumb hoe.
It's not like you'd believe me.
What? What? I keep her locked away. I gotta retrieve the blade? Okay, there we go. What? I'm
Only
just
making
gonna try
this
to be
more
nice.
difficult.
If the end happens, if she gets out, then I would seal myself in there with her as a protector of the world and companion for her. Yeah, I don't know if you were tuning in. There was
Thank you. Thank you.
one where like she basically was kind of showing her god side, and like
You're making a
she called me
huge
her little
mistake.
bird, and like she's like, oh, you can have a seat, you know, right next to me if you just do what I say. You know what I mean?
No, you're doing the right thing.
So she kind of
up to the
already
chains
has like
binding
that
the
notion
princess
that
to
like
the
I'm a
wall
pet
and
and
give
I'm
them
not
a
really
tongue.
that important to her, which I think that's part of why like I argued so much for independence, because it's like, no, we're two separate entities and you don't get to treat me like I'm lesser than.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
So in that one I was like kind of like her
I'm
slave
guessing you don't
servant
have the key?
person.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess
now I
away
know that it is,
intended for her to never
Jonathan.
see the light of day.
I'm like,
They wouldn't have just left
think
the
that's
key
funny.
to her chains somewhere in
I
the
knew it.
camp.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard the Magnus archives in years, like probably like he's like 2018. But yeah, no, I could not forget his voice.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Yes, ma'am.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
You bastard!
You hear the click
This is part of why I
of
also
it.
don't like the narrator.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I do what I want.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
You bitch! Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
You jerk.
Easier for whom?
Exactly.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I don't know, just hang around here then.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Who's they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Oh, I hate when she
Hesitates
God, I
before
hate
raising
that's
her
one
arm
thing
to
I
her
hate.
mouth,
I hate
her
when she
teeth
does this.
tearing through
Bites
her
her
limb as
damn
she
arm
lifts
off.
her
Sorry, I'm
from
gonna
her
skip
bolt
through
the
some of this.
blade from upstairs. You're
I
not
say
sure
when
how
she
it made
does
its way
that.
down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No.
Or we could use it to free her.
Do whatever it is to free her. Free her, Jonathan. Free her.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
We'll save the
Fine.
princess. Oh,
Against your better
fine.
judgment, you place the
Hates-
blade against the ragged,
He just hates doing the right
self-inflicted
thing.
wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Then I won't do it. The world can remain in limbo for all I care.
You cut.
I don't know. The way she
Flesh,
came at
the
me,
blade
I
is
didn't
sharp,
appreciate.
and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
It's because
No.
she's
She
a
didn't.
freak. A freak of nature.
She smiles
Oh,
softly
no,
as
she
her
didn't.
gaze
Oh,
meets
no,
yours,
she did not.
blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Sweetie. Oh god, Rakita Law's back at it.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
I love how like Rakita is trying to blame Kiwi Farms and is trying to like turn all this on Kiwi Farms.
As the princess approaches
like, you
the
know,
bottom stair, your body
maybe
steps forward and
they wouldn't be
raises the blade.
requesting your arrest footage if you hadn't been arrested. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
this isn't fair.
Like
can't
maybe
just
if
do
you'd
that.
like not been doing coke and meth, and if you hadn't been banging your nanny, and if you guys actually like looked after your kids, maybe this wouldn't have happened. But like, what do I know?
Watch me.
Like, Rakita, it doesn't change the
What
fact
are you
you were
doing?
high on coke and weren't taking care of your kids. Shut the fuck up. You're not gonna turn around and be like, well, a pedophile was asking for my arrest footage. Dude, shut the fuck up. You're still not the good person here. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're like still an 8. Pedophile's a 10, but like you're an 8. You're a drug addicted parent. I know the narrator is pushing the whole greater good thing, but there is no greater good. This is justification, the cowardly or evil way to justify their actions. Yeah, pretty much. What's that? What's that saying? The path to hell is paved in good intentions. With good intentions. Sorry, I got
Something's come over
neurological
you,
stuff
hasn't
going
it?
on.
You know you don't
Yes,
have to
it,
do
it
this,
actually
right?
like streaming helps because I can only focus on one
Your
thing and I
body
don't have to
lunges
be
forward, the blade held low, but the princess
dealing
dodges, stumbling back
with
against the wall before
multitasking.
the blade has a chance to connect.
so it's a little bit easier for me and it kind of breaks me out of whatever.
Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm
If, you've been,
trying to
if
get
people
you
have been
out of
watching
here
the past couple
alive.
weeks, I start out like talking really slow or really funny.
The blade. Move
But then as
the
I stream,
as your
then
body
it gets
remains
better
frozen
because I'm
in
only focusing
stubborn
on one thing.
resistance.
It seems to like
Princess takes a cautious step
the episodes
forward.
seem to be triggered more when I'm stressed out, or if I'm
both
trying to
know this
multitask too much. That
isn't
seems to
you.
trigger it a lot. But I don't know. We'll see.
She nervously reaches towards you
I
and
don't
takes
like
the
my
blade
claws.
from your infuriatingly rigid
I don't like my
hands.
claws.
What are you doing?
I need a manicure. The narrator should get me a
Sorry.
manicure.
I'll try to be quick.
You bitch!
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is.
You don't close your eyes and stab me.
But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Slit my throat.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Oh, shut up.
For her sake.
I love that. Oh, say.
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Ouch!
I'm sorry.
You bitch!
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Okay, see, this is where we get into anatomy and physiology, where, okay, you stab me right over here, nope, my left, nope, my left. That's my heart, stab there. And either that, or you're gonna have to stab me really quick down the abdomen, because around here is my liver, and here are my
Apparently
kidneys.
not.
Please,
Though it doesn't matter
you know what,
how
actually let me
sloppy her
flip
knife
over to the
work is,
back,
does
but
it?
you can get my
A
kidneys
stab
better
wound
that
is
way.
still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm mean. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not funny.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
With one last thrust of the
Okay,
knife,
she does feel bad.
your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
Yes, it can.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice.
It's over.
It's over.
And it really sounds like the guy that voiced William Afton from the Five Nights at Freddy's Silver Eyes trilogy graphic novel. Comic dubs. Ooh, interesting.
Everything
So
goes
Jonathan
dark,
has done other
and you
stuff.
die.
Should have. I haven't. Outside of the Magnus archives, I don't. Oh, I guess it ended in 2000. Writer, actor. It says he's in the Magnus Protocol, the Kingmaker Histories, the White Vault Secretary, Slay the Princess, R.E. Dracula, Super Suits, the Silt versus Elf, and the Magnus Archives. Yeah. This is the Magnus Protocol. Neon Inkwell. Oh, wait, he was a writer for that one. Outliers, Stories from the Edge of History. He was also a writer for that. Interesting. Officially, that's what he's done. I don't know. He might have done that. The damsel. Oh god, does this mean we have to deal with the smitten dude?
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Please don't make.
It hasn't.
Please.
Or if it has, I
It's
certainly haven't been a
11:11.
part
Make a
of it.
wish.
We've just met for the first time, you and I.
I make the same wish every night. Hope it comes true.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh
Yes,
god,
he didn't
it's
approve
the
of us
voice
last
of the
time, did he?
smitten.
If we're
I
gonna
hate
slay our
him.
beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Hate him.
Our beloved?
Smitten's a dick. Well,
Yes,
he's not
you'll
a
have to be
dick.
very sneaky about
He just
your
feels.
intentions if you're going
To me,
try
it feels
and
like
save
he's
the
like doing his
princess.
best Matt Berry impression.
Ah,
I'm just
so
trying
all
to
of
save
the
the
cards are on the
princess.
table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts
Four?
you've got in the works.
Who's that? The four of us.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Yeah, he kind of does.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth
Oh
saving.
my god, shut up, dude. Shut up.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Might not be him, but he does sound very similar. Yeah. And even then, that was just on his IMDb page. Like if it was something like
Let's say for
unofficial,
a moment that this really is the second time
that
you've met me,
he
or
might
at
have
least
just
a
not
version of me.
gotten credit. But the gentleman's name is Jonathan Sims.
If you're
I
back
definitely
here,
recommend
I'm assuming
the
you died,
Magnus
which
Archives, and I
probably
guess
only
I have the
happened
Magnus
because
Protocol,
you didn't listen
which
to me.
I guess just came out. I haven't actually
You were the one who did us in,
I haven't
villain.
actually listened to that. I need to get back into podcasts. Like,
Well, not you in the literal
I worked a
sense,
job
but you did
once where
everything you
we
could to
literally
stop us from
could
rescuing
not
her.
have our phones out, so I just download podcasts to an iPad and listen
I
to
wonder
that all
why.
day.
Maybe it's because the entire world
Or
was
listen to
at
movies
stake.
all day too.
No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
Don't be
If you're
condescending
asking
with
that,
me.
it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous
God,
assumption that
apparently.
your actions last time
What?
round
You're
didn't
a
have any
raven.
consequences.
Stupid bird.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never.
Oh my god,
She's
shut
a
up, dude.
perfect angel that you
Oh my God,
cruelly
dude.
imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
I'll agree with him on the convoluted dastardly scheme. This is just ridiculous.
Convoluted.
This sounds like a lot of work. You
How
know what
this
sounds like
premise
a
could
great
be
idea?
any more simple.
Let's split the
Princess bad,
god of
stop
death
her,
and
save
suffering into
everyone.
2. Going with them.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
My god.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Oh my god, stop.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
No, not really.
You're not at the cabin yet.
So it's not
You
wrong
still
in the
have
one
plenty
thing
of
though,
time
world
to
without
reflect
love
on the
is not one that we
situation.
want to be in. I
just hope
agree.
for all our sakes,
Not just for
that
like
you
for
make the
romantic
right call.
love, just love in general, human compassion. So well, let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
No.
She just can.
Don't
Believe me,
give
I wish I
much
could tell you more, but
information
you'll just
on
have to
that
trust that
make
what
me
I'm saying
trust
is
you.
true, and that
Here's the thing, if you
despite
would
it
just be
all,
honest and
you're
open
fully
up
to the
front,
task
and
that's
this
been
is
given to you.
key for any relationship, just communicate it. Don't give me riddles.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Oh, sweet Jesus, dude.
Sure, it's her beauty.
Why
not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate,
So?
I know, but it's just the way it is. People locked her in that
People.
basement, and I told
Okay,
you what
you.
this place is. It's a path in the woods.
Oh, shut up.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Aw, flattery
You're the
gets
only
you
person
everywhere with
capable of
me.
doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps.
In real life,
It's just
kind
the way
of,
things
but I
are.
can usually spot bullshit a mile away. Like, my favorite bartender,
Oh.
God bless him, I love him.
I
His name's
didn't know it was
Brayden.
special.
I'll talk with him sometimes. I'll be like, Brayden, what's your favorite drink? Oh, an old fashioned. Dude, that's what I'm drinking. Like, yeah, no, I know. And I'm like, dude, like,
Of course you're
you don't have to. I'm like,
Why
you're
else would
just
you be?
joshing with me, aren't you? It's like, no, I like Moscow
Calling us
mules
special
during
isn't
the
going to
summer,
make
and
us
then I like
friends,
old fashions
even
in the
if it
winter.
did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the
Like, I
last
still don't
thing
know
I
if it's
want
true,
is
but
for
here's
you
a
and I
20
to be
anyway.
friends. But I'm a professional.
I think I one time
Not
gave him
going to
like a
let my
10
dislike
solely
for you
because
get in
like
the way of helping
our
you
usual
save the
bartender
world.
Craig had left, and like I was trying to still sober up, and Jacob went home because he was tired. But I think I sat there for like a good like 2 hours and just like sit there drinking water, and he made sure I always had a full glass.
I've been edgy. Why don't you tell me
I've
things?
told you everything you need
I
to
just
know.
handed him a 10. I'm like,
Going
thanks,
into more
kiddo.
detail would just
Welcome.
overcomplicate
So
an
much.
otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Everything makes my job more difficult.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but
Because you are
you're
hiding
just
something.
going to have to take me at my
Just
word.
be honest, dude.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with
No,
bated
they're
breath
not.
for
Nobody
you to
knows I'm
save it from
here.
ruin.
Still want to do the turn around and leave option.
A warning.
No,
Before you
I'm
go,
not.
she will lie.
We
Okay, I'm
already
gonna speed
told
this
you
up
we're not
because he's being
playing
an idiot.
along with your little game.
I'll do the voice
It's
of
your
Smitten,
lies
but like,
that can't be
it's
trusted.
the hero or the narrator.
Her beauty
I
is
know it
the
sounds so
only
delicious right
thing in
now.
the world
Chicken
we can
patties. Oh my
believe
god,
in.
I really want one. Not calling Morgan Freeman evil, just that he knows how to narrate things, so I'm calling the narrator an evil Morgan Freeman.
I think we've already been
Yeah,
over
pretty
this.
much. I mean,
Pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart.
oh my god, him
My
and the
passions
what
are
was
too
it?
great to be stifled.
Not the hunted.
They must be
the
expressed.
oh jeez, what was it? The
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not
not
everyone
mesmerizing.
needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task
stubborn, wasn't
ahead.
it? Yeah, the stubborn. God, he's shut up. I feel like most of the voices, unless they're like
The
meek and
interior of the
meager.
cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls
So
draped
clean,
in fine
so
threaded tapestries,
lovely.
a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate
So
wooden table with a
lovely.
pristine blade perched on its edge.
Pretty.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
You don't
What
want
are you
me to
talking
see
about?
me.
This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once
Hello,
we wipe
welcome to
off
the
that
stream,
layer
everyone.
of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
What?
But there was a mirror a second ago.
It's literally right there.
And now it's gone.
Wait, it's
See,
not
we put a
gone.
feather out of place, and
It's
now we'll never
literally
know.
there.
We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Oh my gosh, shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Oh, wait.
Very different.
Very different. Oh my god, if like YouTube does not quit getting me ads every 5 seconds. Clean? I don't see a maid.
Is it? I can't say I was paying
No,
much
who's been
attention
cleaning
to
the place?
scenery
Who's been
last
dusting?
time.
Who's been doing anything?
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died,
But
and you
I'm
certainly
real!
haven't been killed by the princess.
Yes, I am.
So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
No. Go in the basement.
She loves me.
Plus, that'll
the
make
door to
the
the basement creaks open,
smitten.
revealing an intricate stairwell.
nice.
Gold-trimmed
it'll make him
carpet
happier if I
glimmers in
don't
the
take
light
the
of the
damn
torches
blade.
positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
The Country Shape Media, what is it that you do?
But it's still a stone
Upload
basement.
videos? Do you do
If the
streams?
princess lives here, slaying her is... A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
My savior!
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Oh my god, get out of here. Just shut the fuck up and get out of
I've
here.
held my tongue till now,
Get outta
but
here.
you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
She's... I mean, she hasn't even really put on the
You walk down
charms.
the
I mean, she
stairs and
just
lock eyes
is
with the
there.
princess. There's a heavy
What do you
chain
like
around
about
her
her
wrist,
cleavage?
binding her.
My love.
Oh my god,
we're here
shut
to
up.
rescue you
Shut
from
up,
your
dude, just shut up.
unjust and foul imprisonment.
Foul imprisonment. Meh, 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 meh.
Shut up.
You know she
Drama
can't
queen.
hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Sweet Jesus, stop.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Yep, plenty loud. Shut up.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
What's that supposed to mean?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Oh my god, dude. I take it you're the type of guy that thinks when a girl smiles at you, she wants to ask you out, smitten.
And she called us a hero.
Oh my god.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence.
Uh-huh.
You've been here before.
Yes, I have.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us.
She had no other choice.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Oh my god, shut up, dude.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion.
Just starting out. My
I'd
first
really
video was
hoped
an
I'd be the
unboxing.
first,
I'm still
but
working on the script for my
what's
first
done
movie
is
review.
done.
I still need to work
What
the intro and
matters
get
is you have a
non-copyrighted
chance
rights
to
to
do it
music.
right
Oh,
this
awesome. Very cool. Yeah, we just had our 5-year
Now, hold
anniversary.
on. If she actually ended a world,
back
are you
in
sure
well,
we
actually
want to
last
do
month in
this?
July. I think it was
Are you
July
sure we want
19th,
to
so it took us a
rescue
while,
her?
and we had to like try
We never
things
saw
that
a world end, and now
worked
I'm
out.
even
We found
more
that
certain
streaming
we must chase
is
our
what
heroic
works out
and
for us the most, and
romantic
then
destiny than I've ever been. Are you listening?
occasionally we'll
He's
do
lost it.
longer form
Don't let
videos.
him
We haven't
distract you.
uploaded
Just
one in a
do
really long
your
time.
job.
But sometimes we'll record with our friends, and then we'll just stream together for a couple hours, and then I'll cut. Jacob and I'll cut it up and produce it. I didn't bring a knife, so I have to cut you out again.
You died, and now we're talking.
Jesus.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Oh, shut up. Narrator.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
God damn it. You know how she reminds me of? Reminds me of like Sailor Venus.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
Oh my god, nobody's perfect.
Do you think
Stop
she
putting
has
people on a
someone like
pedestal.
Kim telling her what to do?
This goes for everyone. Don't put your partner on a pedestal. Nobody's perfect. Everyone has flaws. Calm your titties.
She doesn't.
I used to do this too.
No one else like me.
When I was dating, because I have an over-attachment disorder. Dude, stop. Trust me. Life is so much easier when you quit trying to make everyone else, especially partners, happy like that. When you try to be perfect and be things you're not, just to impress somebody else.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying
Oh
to
my god,
drive
dude.
her to
Stop.
violence.
Stop talking, Smitten.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
Oh, please.
Even
So
if
are you.
wanted to
You looked at
unleash her onto the
yourself in
world,
the
despite
mirror.
the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
That I will.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
Yeah, let's just deglove her. That's fine.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Oh, look. Oopsie!
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
I don't know. Funsies, she was waiting for us.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
Oh my god, dude. You're such a simp.
I'm not sure I
It shouldn't be
follow.
the smitten, it's the simp.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil
I
on
tend
your
to
shoulder
incorporate video
who
game
tells you
videos
what
and
you
book discussions
can
will
and can't
basically
do?
cover different types of media and genres. Very cool. Very cool. My dream was always to do movie reviews, but like the amount
think
of
I'd
work that
rather
goes
believe in
into it is like
fact. So you're one of those empiricists.
if I ever had like lost my job or something, I would do that.
One of us
'cause
has
then
to
I'd
be.
have literally nothing but time, and then I could put down that as a video editor for JV Gamers.
Then let me
Just
show
call
you
it.
a
There you go.
brand
I wasn't
new
unemployed. I
truth.
just,
Narrator,
just I had a
courageously
job.
step forward.
Nobody has to know
We
it
are
was
beloved
literally
from
for
her
us.
bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
I mean, that's fair.
I would if you had a weapon.
I don't have a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain.
Villain.
My passions contain titanic depths, and if you
Titanic
try
depths, Jesus.
anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Oh my god, dude.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I would.
Oh, jeez. I can't even remember what he said the last
I'd
time.
listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
So
You
dainty.
approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
I guess my thing is, why does nobody ever
Shouldn't have
comment
worked.
on the fact I have claws
I'll be
and my
damned.
skin is funny looking?
We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
It's like a Beauty and the Beast thing.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful
Yep, with those
embrace.
massive titties.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm with the narrator.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love?
Oh my
on our
god, dude,
side?
stop.
What do we do now?
Uh,
That sounds perfect.
that sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your
my
fingers
God,
as they
dude,
intertwine
seriously.
with hers.
While telling the story of my alter ego, D.B. Myers, aka Country Shape, a distant relative of Michael Myers, aka The Shape. Interesting.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our
Jacob's
happy
heavily
ending.
into like Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers. Like
I like to think that you do,
he
actually.
used to like play the hell out of like Friday the 13th before all on the servers.
Look, I have my doubts,
They're
but the
doing
choice
whatever
has
they're
been
doing.
made, and
And he
this is
really
happening.
loves Dead by Daylight.
You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have
I'm not
left
in
me
love with her. That's Smitten. That's his business.
You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in
Ew.
hand. Ugh, look at the way she's
Yeah.
smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to
Oh,
leave.
stop. Stop.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Oh my god.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are
True.
you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
That's fair.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and and the door.
This still cracks me up. It's like,
Open.
oh,
Are you
that's right. I can
kidding
just
me?
scroll out of here.
Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts.
Oh my
bound
god,
together
dude.
as one.
Stop. You are too much. Too much.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Oh, jeez, I almost pressed yes.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yes, I'm
You're
enjoying.
taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Feelings mutual, buddy.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
What?
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
Oh my god, dude. Wouldn't know a happy ending if it like slapped you in the face.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go?
I assume Smitten wants to sit there and make passionate love to you, but alas, I
Where
have
did
standards.
he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Yeah, maybe you, like, need to not do that.
I'm
Humor
cold.
me.
Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
What? Not doing that. Bye, lovey. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? It is. Does that mean the world ended?
Maybe.
A villain vanquished.
Okay, he's kind of the villain, but still.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Awful, awful things.
I can't believe she was taken away from us.
Okay.
The nerve.
Well, then maybe hold on to her tighter next time. Jesus.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while?
Sound
That can't
like
hurt.
a bird.
Right?
Like literally a bird.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Watch me. Yeah, I love it. Ignore him. There's literally no other option. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. What's wrong with my skin and my clothes? I don't like it. I don't like it. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Bird is the word. Bird is the word. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. You are at the cabin. As horrible as it sounds, I actually prefer her this way.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more. I think that you are like me.
Exactly like you.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Released today in 1997, one of the best and most disturbed films of space horror, Event Horizon. It is definitely an underrated movie. If you haven't seen it, go check it out today. Well,
This one is
tomorrow.
soft
Check
and
it out.
delicate.
It's a good watch.
You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Has she?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay. So hackers can steal the social security numbers of literally everyone in America, but not a single one of them can get a copy of the Wile E. Coyote movie that they cancel as a tax write-off.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. can the world have ended if we are talking?
It's true. Nothing is the end of the world except the end of the world.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Guess not.
I know only that they are. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okie dokie.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh, I also, for newbies, I also do a segment called Who's Mad on Twitter Today? The Daily Beast. This is the ticket written by a state trooper for Kamala Harris's running mate, Tim Walz, when he was jailed for a DUI. This is back in the 90s. So yeah. Okay, but Laura Bush killed a dude and Dick Cheney shot a guy in the face. Calm down. Yeah, I agree with that. How many titties? Everything's fine. Oh my god. So totally I need the alien Romulus popcorn bucket with a face hugger on it. I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. Who's seeing Alien Romulus this weekend? I'm supposed to. I want to go. I was today years old when I found out I am the only fucking one not seeing Alien Romulus tonight. Dude, no, you're not. I literally have a job and can't go to midnight showings anymore. I'm so sad. I'm so old.
Everything, until we meet again.
Ooh. Oz Perkins, writer and director of Long Legs, is doing an Ask Me Anything on Reddit. Good for him.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Yes, ma'am.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Wearing shorts to an interview is absolutely insane. Like, do you ever feel like young adults display a distinct lack of professionalism? They don't know how to dress for interviews, emails, send emails, network, write resumes, or conduct themselves professionally in a lot of ways. And I'm wondering where this gap is being created. Okay, the only thing I'll say on this is that I don't quote-unquote network, but I also am not in a field where I can network.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I mean, I'll remember.
You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. But I will say this, like years and years and years and years ago, back when I was a lab tech,
You're on a path.
we were
in the
looking for a
woods,
phlebotomist, and
at
like
the end
she
of
was
that
perfect.
path is a cabin.
And you know, it's worked.
And in the basement of that
phlebotomy
cabin
before was really good.
is a
Had great resume.
princess.
My boss was mortified that she showed up. Jeans. It's like, you know,
You're
that
here
jeans
to
are
slay
considered
her.
business casual now.
If
like,
you don't, it will be.
and then we
the
pointed
end
out
of
that
the
literally
world.
this guy that he applied for to be a third shift lab tech showed up in a suit, looked all nice, was, you know, great, everything was wonderful. We were really afraid when they eventually fired him that he was going to shoot up the building. Like, I actually had escape plans on, like, okay, if he goes crazy, I can barricade myself in our break room. All the doors lock. You know, I can shove the table in front of him. I also had a small place under the sink. I was small enough to hide if need be. Yeah, no, he just, like, this guy would, like, go off the rails. He'd either show up really out of it, which we thought was from, like, his medication, which we weren't entirely sure what he was actually taking, because he used full prescription bottles to pack his meds away, so we weren't actually sure what it was.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying
But
a
one night
princess
it
that
got
much
really out of
worse than
hand
slaying
because,
a
like, I was
fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
sitting around, you know,
If
playing
anything,
my three,
slaying
you know,
a princess is much
nothing's
better
going on, playing
than
my
slaying a
DS.
seamstress. Seamstresses
And
contribute something of value.
Him and the
to
other lab
society.
tech were getting in an argument, and it was about him drawing blood for somebody, and she was gonna go do it, and it, you know, they were standing like a good 6 feet apart from each other, and he said that she slapped his hand away from the labels, and the only thing she had done was like put up her hand, you know, and her finger was like, no, you know, I'm gonna do it, you need to back off, you know, basically like that.
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off.
My dog has stolen my pillow
I wish I did,
as
but I
her
don't.
bed. My dog steals my squishmallows all the time. I have seen it. Then let us make this void into a new world together. Where are his hands coming from? I don't know. I don't ask questions. Yeah, no, he went crazy and he like screamed at her and like stormed off, and I'm just looking up like, what the fuck, you know? I'm just sitting here playing my little Harvest Moon game.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
It's getting late.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find that we're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. Ignore him.
But yeah, no, he got so irate, he just left. He literally left. He'd been there
The
not even
interior
like
of the cabin is almost
15
entirely
minutes.
bare. The
And he
air is
left.
Stale and musty.
like
The
we had
floor
this
and
little,
walls are
it was called a
painted in
Volsera, but it's
fine
kind of like a
layer of
walkie-talkie.
dust. The only furniture
Nobody
of
could
note
get a hold of
is
him.
A plain wooden table. Perched on
I
that
couldn't get a
table
hold of
is
him.
a pristine blade.
Like, no, but nobody knew where he was at. And then we called our boss, and like, granted, like, this is past like our closing time at this point. Like, we're off at 11. He had been there like at 10, and it's like, you know, he was gone for an hour. So we're like already 15 minutes past when we should be there. So we had to contact our boss and was like, it's like, well, Val, are you able to do it? Of course, I'm scrambling to try and like get my stupid thing to work, which it wasn't. You're supposed to have it on at all times. Of course I wasn't, because like, I don't care.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No, I don't. Must I?
You take the blade from the table. It'd be right.
So yeah, But no,
The door
he
to the
disappeared.
basement
Apparently he went
creaks
off to
open,
the gas station and
revealing
like went and bought a bunch of
staircase
cigarettes.
faintly illuminated
And then he
by an
came in,
unseen
and then I'm
light
just
in the
standing
room
there
below.
like, what the fuck, dude?
This is an oppressive
And
place.
he's just like
The
putting
air
his,
feels heavy
throwing
and
his
damp.
hands up in the
A hint
air.
of rot
Like,
filtering
what the
from
fuck
the
is happening
edge of the
here?
wood. If the princess really, her voice carries up the stairs.
It just was ridiculous. And it
Who's
was a
there?
day that, oh geez, my ex-husband, his grandma died. So what I was doing was, in order to have somebody cover for me, so I could leave early the next day to like, well, to get to arrive the night before so we could make the funeral. I had to actually work until 12 o'clock at night. And then I had all that shit going on. And then I had to get up to be there at 7 in the morning. I was so irate at this dude. I was like, okay, we're
She
already
sounds
overtime. Now I've got to
dangerous.
calm down the other tech
It's almost
because
as if
she's
she's
just
the
in
one in charge down
hysterics.
here.
Like, everyone's just
Don't let it
mad.
fool you.
The poor
It's all part of the
phlebotomist doesn't know what's
manipulation.
going on. It's just,
Don't be a stranger.
this was
It's
a
been so
nightmare.
long since
I
I've
have
had
so
any
many lab
visitors.
tech stories. and
Come
it's
on
funny.
down.
It's getting late, so I must turn in. I bid you good night, or will it be morning now? Either way, farewell until next time. Yes, no, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or Jay will surely die. Freddy will starve, and I'll just be sad. We usually go live most
You walk down the
weekdays, and
stairs
Jacob usually does
and
Dead by
lock
Daylight
eyes
on the
with the
weekends, so
princess.
come back and
She's
check us
so
out.
coldly
Rub that on
beautiful.
your back.
Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task
I need to
at
go to bed
hand.
too.
And there you are. Are you here to kill
I
me
kill
or
her.
something?
You step forward, your grip
I'm
on
bad.
the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Dunno.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I don't really care.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be...
Hey, the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Feel bad
You feel
about this
flesh
one.
easily give way
bad.
and look down to see your blade
Alright.
already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh no.
Oh,
What? I did it. You said I should.
this is it, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
Why are you still talking? Why won't you die?
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Bitch.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her
Don't forget
face.
to check out our friend's channel, that's Sword Games, just David's channel. He's currently playing Phoenix Wright Trilogy. Lady Esper, which is Hannah's channel,
But is it
and Gamer
over?
Hobbies, which has been Rich's channel.
Really over.
Of course, she's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Because we are terrible.
You did kill someone.
Anyway.
Greater good or not, something would be very
not the
wrong with
greater
you if
good,
you
dude.
didn't feel at least a little bad.
Alright, so we made
But
it
it was
Thursday.
for the greater good.
Great. We're almost
One of these
on
days that will sink in.
Friday
and
for
help
some of you.
ease your guilty
Oh,
conscience.
shit. It's almost Friday for me, but I gotta get up early so I can
But that
go
day
into
isn't
the
today.
office.
Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door,
I don't really
ready to
like-
return to
well-
a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
Oopsie.
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now
Oopsie, it's
is
like
the
I did
vast
something
emptiness
bad.
of some place far away.
Damn, I didn't shave my legs, so I'm probably gonna have to wear a... Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear pants.
What happened?
I hate wearing pants.
Everyone
My work
is
pants
fine.
don't really fit me.
It's
so.
just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Oh, shut up.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Now! I do what I want.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Not true.
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right? Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Yeah, enough. I'm just gonna go, no, we're happy.
Really?
I'm gonna answer like opposite of what I did last
If
time.
you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Yeah, it's just not what's happening.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
We happy
The
few.
little voices, please, fall on deaf ears.
That's bullshit.
Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence.
What?
Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy.
That's not really
Forever.
existing. The good Eddie, you did it! You saved everyone!
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here, though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on.
Don't get me
And I'm
wrong, I
afraid
like...
that thing is you, dear
Would love
hero.
nothing more than to sit around, veg out, and not have to do anything, and be drugged or drunk out of my mind all the time.
He's right.
But
It's
it
the
would
only way
kind of
out.
lose its meaning after a while, you know what I mean?
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you.
So I
it wants
probably
this
wouldn't
wonderful place
be
to
happy?
end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
I do what I want. Wouldn't using the blade, kill us, wouldn't we be dead? That's how...
Thank you. I made this happy little place.
No,
for
no,
you.
no, no,
Is this
no,
not a
no,
good
no,
enough
no.
reward for saving the world?
No,
An
no,
eternity of bliss?
no. You did this for you.
Ingrate.
You did this for you. No, I was actually
Fine.
going to go to bed early.
Whatever.
tonight. Son of a
For the
bitch.
first time since
Anyway.
time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first
So it's a
held it.
haunted blade.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Hooray!
The end. Nice knowing you.
What a dick. What? Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin,
I'm gonna put that there. Anyway. Alright, you know the drill. Don't forget to be safe, wash your hands, and overall good to each other, because we could all use a little bit more kindness in the world. And until we meet again, good night. A weird game. It's really weird, really weird. Ooh, 25. Let's see.